Hey folks, Tony here. Going to show some Bob Gibson and Sandy Koufax cards. This is for Love of the Game's Spring Premiere Auction. It closes April 11th. If you have questions about what you see in this video or about the hobby in general, feel free to reach out to me by leaving a comment under this YouTube video or on Instagram. Growing up, my father used to always talk about 5 pitchers that he saw in the 50s and 60s. Then he would get into different eras like the 70s with Carlton and Seaver. But when it came to who he would pick for World Series Game 7, he would only talk about 2 pitchers. He said the best pitchers he ever saw was Sandy Koufax and Bob Gibson. He said you could reverse the order of them. They were like really 1A and 1B. You couldn't go wrong with either one of those 2 pitchers. So let's start with the 1959 Topps Bob Gibson. It's lot 1093. This is one of the favorite cards that I consigned. Took a lot for me to give it to Al, but I decided it was time that someone else can enjoy this beautiful card. When it comes to centering on 59 Topps cards, this is about the best you can get. This is a good one. All 59 Topps Gibsons have a little bit of print defect here. So this is common. It's from the print plate that Topps used. Back's clean. Next card we have is the 1955 Sandy Koufax rookie card, lot 64. Another one of my favorite cards. This is in PSA 6th grade, excellent to mint. Nice card here. 60-40 centering. Top to bottom centering is near 50-50. And here's the back. Next up, we're going to talk about the 1956 Sandy Koufax. This is the one with the gray back. This is a PSA 6, and it's lot 1082. The bag is what makes this card stand apart from the rest. So according to the current Universal Pop, there's about 8,300 graded whitebacks and only 4,300 graded graybacks. So this is the grayback here. Next up is lot 1091, 1957 Topps Koufax. This is a PSA 6. And the back. Lot 1100, 1959 Topps Sandy Koufax. Here's the back. Nice PSA 6. Going back to the 57 Topps, I forgot to mention this is a higher number card, so you don't see as many of these as other players in the 57 Topps set. Next up is lot 1108, the 1960 Topps Sandy Koufax, PSA 7. Nice centering on this card. And we go to the back. 1962 Bell Brand. This is lot 1110. This is a SGC 4 grade. I thought it would have graded higher. I bought it this way. It's a nice card. Let's look at the back. No loss in text or discoloration, really. We have lot 1120, 1962 Topps Sandy Koufax. This is a PSA 7, and make sure you check out all the other 1962 Topps cards in this auction that's part of the set break. I believe that consigner has a PSA 8 version of this. So this is a 7, and this is a really strong 7. You can look at the centering. It's near perfect. I would say this is 50-50 to 55-45 max centering. The reason for the 7 grade is there's a little bit of a fisheye here that when you hold the card back from 18 inches, you won't even see. And 62 is when Koufax really became Sandy Koufax that we know of. It started in 61, but he really came to form in the 1962 season that started his magnificent run that led him to Cooperstown. Lot 1615, 1963 Flair, Sandy Koufax, SGC 7. Always like this card. In fact, I like both of his 63 cards. There's the back. Really cool back. Too bad Flair didn't get a chance to make their second series. Now we go to the higher graded 63 Topps. This is lot 1618. This is a PSA 7. Really nice card. Sharp corners. Better centering than the other example. And mostly every 63 Topps cards, they're pretty hard set to find centered. And when you do, you have to worry about the corners. And the 7 on these corners are graded correctly. Here's the back. Next up, we have the 64 stand-up Sandy Koufax. This is in PSA 5 condition, lot 1624. Really cool card. One of my favorites. I don't know how this only graded a 5. It boggles me because if you look at the corners, sharp. Okay, a little bit of, showing here, but not much. This corner sharp. And you have another corner that's pretty sharp. So you got 2 out of 4 corners that are like dynamite. Then you look at the back, and unlike the 64 stand-up mantle I have in this auction, there is nothing wrong with this back. So, we all know PSA is grading stricter, and I think this falls into that category. This probably would have been a 7 not too long ago. Lot 1626, 1964 Venezuelan Topps Sandy Koufax. This is a PSA 1, which for a Venny is pretty good. So here's the front. Let's look at the back. And this back is not bad. I mean, you can clearly see every stat, all the text. There's a little bit of scrapbook residue here. It's not even paper loss, it's scrapbook residue. So if you're looking for this card and you don't want the vanilla Topps version, this is the one to get, especially for the price. Lot 1626. One of my favorite Koufax cards. Lot 1627, 65 Topps, number 300, in a PSA 7 shape. This card is centered. I got lucky buying this. This was the second to last Koufax card I needed to complete his run. Here's the back. And you'll notice the back has a PWCC above average sticker. So this pretty much guarantees if you submit it to NBA, you're going to get a silver, at least from my experience. Thanks for watching.